I know, what? I'm back, but guess what? It's not going to be another reaction video, and it's not going to be another Ren video. I know, I'm joking. It is, and don't worry, it's not always going to be this from now on. For all those people that was watching for the climb and the adventures and all the reselling side of things, I will be back with that stuff, I promise. I've always jumped from one thing to the other, and I've always had a massive variety on my channel. Not going to get into that. But anyway, I explained last time, overwhelmed by the engagement. And guess what? We are back because it is exciting times. I have fallen down. Down, bump, down. Down. Exactly. I've fallen down that rabbit hole and I ain't come out yet. I'm still in the Ren rabbit hole. I have joined the Renegades. I have joined the Renaissance. I don't know how you say it. Renaissance. Correct me, but you can't buy a text because I'll still read it the same way and say it in two ways. But yeah, I fell down that rabbit hole. I'm still down that rabbit hole. I'm back because Ren is releasing the 4th of May. It's a brand new single, Animal Flow. We are here today to review and react to Animal Flow. First time ever hearing it. As we speak right now, it's not even out. It's actually out on the 8th, on the 4th at 8 p.m. I'm recording this a few hours after being a guest on Sophie's live stream, SB Reselling Co. Thank you very much for having me. I ramble, right? If you don't know me by now, you will never know me, although you might be new to the channel. So if you are, on that note, subscribe if you like, or if you want to give it a gamble. Switch on the notifications, because if you don't know me, you will soon get to know that my schedule is shocking. I don't have a schedule. I don't upload on a consistent, regular basis on a particular day, for example. So you need to switch that bell. You need to click that bell. You need to ding that bell. You need to dong that bell. Whatever you need to do to the bell, just do it, because you don't know when I'm going to upload. And it's not just going to be reactions, although I have had a lot of suggestions for reactions. So although I'll say it's not just going to be reactions, they are here to stay. I am reacting. I love music. I've explained music makes the world go round. We are here for these reactions for Ren and the Renaissance, or the Renegades, or whatever else you want to call them, us. But yeah, I found from being down in this rabbit hole, we have got so much more in common. And he might hear this one day, he might see it one day, and some people might know him more than I do. And they go, no, you're nothing like him. But I feel, as you probably do as well, that you can relate to so much of his content. I watched the podcast of him. I think the podcast is, let me get this right, St. Jenkins, Hawkins, oh God, I'm gonna have to have a look. Bear with me a sec, just one memento. Justin, bloody hell, Justin Hawkins rides again. So Justin Hawkins rides again. I've never heard of that guy. I know he's part of a band, used to be in a band. Some apologies. But yeah, he was on Justin Hawkins Rides Again podcast, or his YouTube channel. And he spoke in depth about his illness, his condition and struggles and his successes, and it goes in depth about a lot of stuff. And I'm honestly only halfway through that, and I struggled to get through the best of content at the best of times, but I make it possible when possible, if you like. I don't know, that didn't make sense. But anyway, when I was watching it late last night, there were some bits that I could really relate to. Him in his learning styles and the way that he learns, and the way that his mind and learning and logic with learning and theory and all that sort of stuff, and how that's affected from his ADHD. And even just the way that he was communicating and saying stuff, it's like going from one thing to the other. Like, I can relate so much. It is me. This is my mind. This is it. I'm not saying that I've got a chronic illness. I'm not saying that I've got mental health disorders or illnesses or anything like that. But there is stuff that I can relate to, and whether that's his opinion on stuff or the stuff that he's gone through, and I can see those common themes and similarities within Sarah's life, and which has been our lives as well. So there's so much, and I could go on all day about that. We're not here about that, but I just want to get that across, because although I am really, really overwhelmed with all the extra support and extra subscribers and all the engagement, like, I love it. I love you, mad love, as one would say in the chat. You know you are. It's just, I don't want you to think that this is just solely because of that. It's not. Like, I'm going to react to things. You're going to see a lot more different artists. So I keep saying it, but it's only been like a week, and yes, this has been the most content I've put out this quickly in ages. And you're asking, why? How can you do this, but you can't finish editing your Peak District one or your Wales trip or the other ones? I've got them, but they are ones that are very long. They're going to take a long time to edit, because I've got a lot of footage from GoPro camera and a phone, and it takes me time because my hard drives are all filled up. I have to juggle storage and memory. I have not got the best. I've got some wicked equipment, but I've not got the best knowledge on how to use it. Let's just say that. The equipment I can't fault, but there is my knowledge and the way that I have to learn. I do things so backward, and it takes me so much longer sometimes to work things out. But when I get it, and it can't always be taught, or I can't be taught by in an educational setting, for example, like similar to what Ren was saying, but through YouTube and through other ways of learning, whether that is through, visual or whatever's ticks your box, auditory or kinetic or whatever. But it's it's relatable. I'm just want to say that I'm in it. I'm part of this. I'm streaming this guy. I'm listening to his tracks daily. Like, I fell down that rabbit hole and I fell in love with the guy. Right, there we go. It's genuine. But it will get to a point where these ones slow down, and I'm not going to just keep on reacting to Ren, obviously. I'm going to support him, and I'm going to stay committed. You're going to see my comments in the videos that he releases and in other videos that are released on him. I'm part of the Renaissance. Got it. It flows off the tongue, the Renaissance. I said it so fucking good then. Part of the Renaissance, and part of the Renegades, and I'm going to support in that way, and I'm going to share it and care for it as much as I can, and I wish you all the best, and I want to thank you once again. And although you're not going to see this, I want to thank you from a personal note, and thank all you lovely lot. I call the reselling community that I'm within, and I urge you, like I said to them, that you guys and this lot are so similar, so the fact that we're all now meeting is cool. And anyone that's within the community that was already on my channel, or Sophie's channel, for example, Lindsay's now with Rich's, or anyone else within this community that you'll come to meet eventually when we join forces, you will realise that they're all like-minded people like ourselves. There's no hate, there's no disrespect, there's no sort of misunderstandings. That we're all understanding that, in the sense that we all got different beliefs, different religions. Some of us, not me really, I'm just open-minded to everything, do you know what I mean? But different opinions, different values, different morals. We're different, which makes us unique, and that is cheesy as fuck. I'm leaving that in, because none of my is scripted. It's all off the dome. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I had a bit of fucking jazz, because I like that. It's my style, it's how my head works. And if I've got 1,000 things going on here, the least you could put up with is a couple of little pops and that on the screen. Do you know what I mean? Eddie. I'm joking. There was no one called Eddie that said anything. It just rhymed in time with the stuff. Right, without further ado, this is a long enough intro. I keep you guys way too long. Some of you guys didn't even know there's going to be 5 reactions in that one video. I didn't even know at the time. This is how my mind works. Things happen, things don't. But yes, it's flowing. I'm going, and I've got work early in the morning, and I can hear someone coming down the stairs. It's now 11:30. I've been putting the work in on these. I appreciate it, but I'm putting the work in on these for you guys. I appreciate that you lot love seeing this stuff, and I want to give something back for you guys, give me all the support. So without further ado, let's get into it. Agga do, push my apple, shape the tree. Agga do, I'm f***ing kidding, man. Animal flow. Even before we get to it, if I'm wrong, oh shit. You're live? No, I'm just doing a recording, but it's right, I can chop it and edit, don't worry, man. See you in the morning. It's late, it should have been off ages ago, it's 11:30. You've done a poo, that's lovely. There we go, we'll leave that in. Right, now, if I'm from the podcast from Justin Hawkins upload that he done, I'm pretty sure Ren spoke about a music video where they basically turned one of his mates' flats in Brighton into a jungle almost. They went out getting all shrubs and plants and all that sort of good stuff. Anything green, bought some on a low budget, borrowed some. in that sense, or didn't. But yeah, I'm curious to know whether or not this is going to be that video. So if we see a house that's covered in like jungle stuff and ivy and overgrowth and all that sort of malarkey, then this is that video. And it was done on nothing. Like he said, he had barely any money for this video, and everything was done on a budget. And I'm really looking forward to seeing it. But if it's not a video and that one's already out, let me know what it's called, because I'm still learning. I'm not going to say I'm an expert in this. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a master of none. But I'm not even a jack of all trades, because there's many stuff like Ren that I can't do. Again, when he said about putting all of his time into, obviously he knew from a young age, 10 years old, that all he wanted to do was be a musician, or everything that he could think of, every outcome led or was encompassed by music. And I'm amazed that I'm remembering this, but this is because I'm enjoying the process, and this is something that I'm finding interesting. Yeah, everything led to encompassing music. So he was very lucky in that sense, and not many people have that, and that can be a struggle, or they have it but they haven't got the confidence or the support from others to go for their dream, for example. And I used to have those aspirations, so I can relate in that sense as well. And I'm not looking back and thinking I should have done it, because I know that that wasn't for me. I'm not meant to be, I'm an entertainer. All right, I'll take that. I can be pleasing to watch and entertaining. Maybe that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if it was positive or negative, some of the comments. I find it hard to judge. But yeah, he did say he was very lucky in that sense that he knew, and he did put all of his time into that, because that was all that he could envision. And in doing so, he sort of neglected his self-development in other areas. So if you ask him to put up shelves, he's pretty and it's the same with me. I could do it. It wouldn't be great. People think I'm a DIY expert, but I've got my dad and I've got other people that are. I look, I watch, I learn. Doesn't mean I'm good. I can understand it and do it in my own way. Might be backwards. I'll get there in the end. I love you lot. Thank you for listening. I feel like I'm just like chewing off your ears like I did Sophie and Lindsay and Alvin's. I spoke to them. And everyone else I speak to. Rich will go on your channel as well. I'll chew your ear off as well. Apologies. It's not me, it's the ADHD. But I love you all, and this is Animal Flow. Let's see what it's like. One love. Mwah. Shabong. Nacho rap. Should have worn my cat back. Hold up. Oh yeah. Boom. So here we go. Animal Flow. 143 people waiting, and it is currently 38 minutes past 11. Oh my days. What is going on? And what is this about to be?
Hello, my dear friends. You're not here by mistake. There is a reason curiosity made you crawl into this rabbit hole today. Inside you, as inside me, there is an unsleeping feeling that gnaws away at you from the inside. A feeling that you were made for something more. In a world where we crave digital validation like an opiate, a world of swipe right fast food romance, a world where we crave purpose and construct our identities around the things that we own, it's easy to fall through the cracks in the pavement and to begin to feel worthless. So we medicate with monotony, distract ourselves with rinse and repeat reruns, misplace ambition and ferociously expand our empires until they render the fertile ground we stand upon to dust. We are all searching for something. We all crave purpose. Human beings, through a genetic ballet, have evolved into creatures with superior intellect that has placed us at the very top of the animal kingdom. And what do you do with this gracious gift, my friend? You consume, eat, devour everything that we call home. You would eat yourselves if given the chance. But fear not, my friends, there is another way. Homeostasis. We must become symbiotic to our surroundings, for they are all that we have. Deconstruct false hierarchies where we place the greedy and the self-interested upon golden pedestals, and instead exist as a harmonious cell inside a glorious machine. The great irony of humankind is that we have the brains to guide us, and we have the legs to carry us, and we choose to walk off the face of the cliff. There is another way.
Sick boy. That's not the. Oh my days. So, is that a taking a mick, or is that actually? Oh, is it from the album Sick Boy? I don't know, chat. Tell me. But that is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, right? So everything in there sums up what's going on in the world. And it's obviously like, you can go in and get in depth on all of those aspects and different bits that you just covered within that. We are consumers, and if I reckon we would be like Labradors and pugs, and if you put us, we would end up eating ourselves. Like, there is Hannibals out there. Let's be real. But it's like we just indulge and consume, and that's because of the way that we've been conditioned and through the worlds and societies that we are upon and within, and the structures and entanglements of all the stuff, manipulation, the corruption within the big companies and the governments and the control that is been pretty much like this, like since a very long time. This not just like the last 5 years. This goes back to hundreds of years, even more than hundreds of years, way back. And that's where the tinfoil hat stuff starts coming out, right? Yeah, whatever. He knows, I know, you lot know. There's still some that don't. But here we are. And I think this is why he didn't end up going with Sony. I've got a little conspiracy of my own.
Hold up.
There's certain things that hopefully we're going to start seeing changes with. And because the more people that are now becoming aware and looking at Ren's comments and stuff, like Sarah said to me the other day, like she was so took back on how many older generations were commenting and in tune with Ren, which is really refreshing. But at the same time, I really think more people need to hear it. More people need to be on this wave, because it's someone like him that's going to carry these messages forward and going to get people to start realizing and acting right and responding rather than reacting, and also asking more questions, because it's all about conversation. And it's so easy for us to be shut down and conversations to be laughed at or put to the side, or labeled conspiracy theories, when actually an open conversation, like many of us have found out, can lead to answers, can lead to problems being solved and more solutions, rather than aggro, as long as we're happy to hear both sides and actually have a conversation rather than an argument or a one-sided tell. You know what I mean? Without further ado, listen to Animal Flow. I hope it's the one where they turn the house into the jungle and they've all got the animal master. I hope it is. And I hope I ain't made a right schoolboy error and that video came out that he was talking about ages ago. One Love Again. I'm back with another track. Max in a manner like that. I'm joking. Sarah's going to call me a twat and a hat. Yeah, anyway. I'm getting nervous. Really nervous. I've got the jumper on for petty interest. Yes, she has petty interest. Shout out to you. This one's for you. It is the next day to 4th, and we are going down 58. All my days. Here we go. It's happening. I'm allowed to waffle as much as I like when I'm sitting on my own, which is why I don't really want to get anyone else involved, because it doesn't ever end well. Try being there, apart from you guys. That will seem to work. Who knows? We can only hope and wish that one day me and Sarah will be able to have a conversation or a debate or whatever without actually coming to blows with one another. I don't know. Relationships, couples, what a freaking challenge. Anyway. Get it out of my system. I'm alive. 7, 6.
Animal.
Animal flow. You're in the mind of a cannibal king, where chaos and anarchy roam, and trouble is bubbling under the skin. A certain insanity shows whenever I pick up the mic and begin. Whenever these words that I write with my pen come alive, they ignite like I pulled out the pin. Animal flow, out in the jungle, I'm ready for war. I'm beating your brains with a bat, I'm swinging it back, and it's spooky, I bite 'cause I'm bored. Lord of the cannibals, bro, a murderous mind that you can't ignore. I wait and react with combat on the counter-attack, on the king of the jungle I roar.
Animal.
Animal.
Animal flow, I'm the flow CEO. I've got mountains of murderous rhymes. Mountain volcanic, I blow and cause mayhem and panic. There's nowhere to run from my mind. I'm an impassable foe, never slowing, just growing and flowing with intricate lines. Yes, I will dig in my teeth when I bite like a beast. Blood, I drink it like wine. Animal flow, out in the wilderness I will be king. Sit on my throne, I'm the Lord of the Rings. Out on my own, I'm a terrible thing. Animal skins over my shoulders like bling. They will be clothing my sins. I came to win over and over again. I'll take your life with a grin.
Animal. Animal.
Animal. Mary had the little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. It made the blood look so much redder when I slit its throat. Watch it drip, drop, till the ground was soaked. Oh, Mary, Mary, quite contrary how the blood it flows. Horrific, explicit, happy, parasitic, acidic, I'm eating your flesh. Don't fidget, I'm livid, not mentally with it. I get kinda sick when I'm stressed. I am the I am the storm, I am the fury, I am the scorn, I am the belly, I am the beast. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I'm an animal, yes, I'm an animal. Yes, sometimes the things I say are irrational. Yes, sometimes the things I do are quite radical. Yes, I will be waging war on the capital. Yes, I will burn the houses of parliament down, cause hypocrites, they burn quite easily. Wow, burn and pillage it all to the ground. Your illegitimate king lost his crown. Animal flow, show no mercy under my rule. I won't be kind, I will be cruel. Down on my foes in a paddling pool. Yes, I'm tyrannical, bro, so never mistake a man for a fool. I'll take your ignorance right back to school and teach you a lesson for testing my cool.
Animal. Animal.
Bouncy. I loved when I was into drum and bass. Now it's the bouncy ones I like. It's the bouncy, like the D goes into the 138 track, or the I don't know what it's bloody called now. My memory's not that good no more. Crap angle. Nothing was set up quick. It was all set up for me and Sarah. I'm not going to lie. It was all set up for me and Sarah to do, but it all went Pete-tong 2 minutes before it was about 3 minutes before it was about to start. And I quickly tried to get it back set up for a single reaction, because I've never done a double one, so I thought I'd use it. So, but anyway, that was good. A bit like more, what's the word? It's like more. It's more animalish. It's more animalish. Not just because they had masks and stuff on, but because of the words, the lyrics within. And again, it's the first time I heard that. But it's bouncy, bouncy. I know I didn't say that, but you know, had that vibe. But yeah, there's some twisted. I don't know. You're gonna say yes. There's quite a lot of twisted styles and lyrics within, whether that's through the delivery or the actual content, the lyrics. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. It was a different genre again for me, and you may have done something similar to that on other tracks, but I'm still catching up. The only tracks I've really fully listened to, the ones that I've reacted to, and I've probably heard a couple of others from other sources or through other channels and stuff like that, but maybe not the full version. So I'm still learning. I'm new. I've been a renegade or a renaissance, part of the renaissance, for only a week. But what I will say is the chat is booming. Let's go back to the chat actually, because this was nuts down here. If you look down here, it was absolutely popping off. Ren is getting the love, and it's all about that, because that's what it's all about. If I had money in a bank, I'd put some money on the super chat, even though you get charged a little percentage. You don't get the whole money. I still would have done it. I genuinely cannot donate in that manner in a minute, but I will support in any way that I can, through streaming, through watching, through liking, and all that stuff. And I'm definitely going to get some of them little dolls that you've got in the shop. I'm going to start. I want to get all of them really, but I'm going to start off with Sackman. So I'm going to get that one first. So yes. What I am glad about, though, is that it's definitely the one that I was talking about. That is the video that was recorded, obviously, like his other videos, one take, part of the one take collection, or the one shot, so all within one shoot. So if there was any mistakes, they had to start from the beginning, which Ren, as you lot know, said that he was actually getting a bit of pleasure, a bit of satisfaction, a fuzzy feeling out of that. I can't remember the word, but cynical. And that track was very similar, a sort of cynical sort of style. I know you'll say that about a lot of the tracks, potentially, but especially sort of like a high Ren, for example. But when you look at something like that with that many bodies and that many things going on, to be able to get that in one shot or one continuous shoot, then that's mad. But he did say that they left it. I can't remember. I think they started at 7, didn't leave till about 3-4 a.m. in the morning. And this is the one where they went out dressed up in black, took down loads of ivy, any shrubs, any bit of overgrowth that they could find, and they didn't borrow some exotic plants from some biotonic plant place. They didn't do that. Fly. Anyway, see, I'd be getting moaned at if I was doing this sort of stuff now. I know some of you don't like it, so you'd appreciate Sarah being on, but she wouldn't like me doing that, which is why she started moaning at me when we sat down. But she doesn't understand me still. I don't get it. Why does no one? Some people do. Some people, they get it. I think you would understand a bit, Ren. I think you would, because the way your mind works sometimes it's probably the same. Anyway, that was awesome. I'm going to watch it again. I'm not going to put me watching it again on this video, but yeah, one love. Let's share the shiznick out of this and let's get it out there. Let's put it to the masses. There needs to be more people in that chat. I'm going to end with a comment in the chat. And oh, it's still going. It's still 1.3k. We're going to end with a bit of one love, because it should all be one love and it should be Ren love. There we go. Yes, I've been Maximus. That was Animal Flow. It was an insane video. It was his mate's flat or apartment that they turned into a jungle. Done in one shoot. They'd done many takes, obviously, or attempts, but it was done continuously all the way through from start to finish. What we just see there would have been one complete take. That's insane in itself. I'm not going to say that's my favourite that I've heard so far. I'm not going to say that because I've not listened to it enough. I love it because it's bouncy, but that doesn't mean to say I love it as a whole, because I'm not listening to the content thorough. I was listening and dancing and trying to take in what I was seeing, and I started looking away because I wanted to listen to the content, but then also wanted to look at the video because it's the first time I've seen it, and it's a challenge and it's hard to digest all that, but it's definitely a banger. We need to push it, we need to push him. But yeah, all the blessings in the chat. That was wicked to see. So everyone donate or do what they can or push this guy in the right direction, because he's definitely insane in the membrane. That he's another level and he's definitely moving waves and causing motion. So one love. Mwah. Shout out to all you lovers in the chat, all you people in the chat, all you people that know about the hat, and all you people that give it the rat tat 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 and don't give a crap about my bull crap. So I'll see you back soon. One love. Stay blessed.